One of the reasons I can't get anything done. Welcome back to Horseplay Motoring, guys. If y'all don't know, if y'all new to the channel, this is my 90 LX hatchback that I recently traded my 97 GT for. So I swapped from the SN platform to the Fox platform, and I've been making way on this car ever since. Now I'm extremely excited every little step of the progress I make, and I'm sharing it with y'all. So I hope y'all like what y'all see. Today we're going to get the rest of the interior done, get it in the car. It's not going to be perfect. It's 30-something-year-old interior. Got somebody standing in the doorway looking at me that are now on video. Anyway, so I'm getting the interior done and tied up, and got a few odd and ends to do. I noticed some transmission bolts that was not tightened, and yeah, we're making progress, so stay tuned. Man, I can't wait till this interior is back in this dang car. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah. Man, oh man. Oh, there we go. Carpet clean the best I could. It's got 30-something years of stains. Seats wiped down, vacuumed. They are torn and tethered, but that's what I have. Gonna do something with that right there as far as holding the Terminator X. But interior is in, bolted in. Looking better than it did when I got it, for sure. It's been storming pretty good. So around the engine bay I did a few more odd and ends. I put a grommet on that, and then there was an open hole right here that I put a grommet in. I plugged that, which didn't need to go to anything because I don't have an AC. And let's see, oh, down here there's a transmission bolt right there and one across from there that was not tight. They was out. Luckily my brother-in-law was able to get his arms back there and tighten them, because I couldn't. I tried running a socket up the backside, but couldn't ever seem to get it positioned just right. But yeah, that was just 2 bolts that was halfway in there. All right, so if I could get the rain to stop long enough, the wind blows and it blows it right in the engine bay, so I have to keep this closed. But I do have to double check the timing, but everything, the Terminator X is hooked up. The battery's not hooked up yet, but I want to make sure everything is good. There's no loose ends before I bother even hooking that up. So I'm going to get this at top dead center and check that, but that's going to be for another day when the weather is not blowing everything up underneath here. I do have a boot right here that I need to covers coming off of a little bit, but just to show you, I have everything ran up. I have the O2 sensor plugged in. I didn't cover that, but you know, it is what it is. And then in the back, I still have to get a smaller battery. If any of y'all live in Florida and you'll have a small battery, you want to trade for a bigger battery, I think it's 650 cranking amps. I'd be happy to do that. This right here is part of an old shelf I took apart, and I think I'm going to try a project. So, stand out in the rain real quick, but if you notice, I'm using that as a hood prop. I have 3 pieces put together. So what I'm thinking is where this is separated, right here where it screws in, I'm going to put a bracket and put a sign there or something like Horseplay or under construction, something like that, but I'll be able to attach certain things to it. That'll be my hood prop. I have this end. It's got a kind of melted like a U shape into it, so it's not gonna slip really easy. But I may also put like a bracket on this end too, so figure something out, but that's just an idea I had. And then I'm using just hose for spacers, because you know, all this is not set like factory does. And other than that, yeah, I'm making good headway. I'm like super happy. I have to drum out the headlights to accept the factory style plug-in, because I don't want to switch that or get factory style headlights. I do have to have a ground spot for the headlights. The horn, I do want to run a horn just in case. And then this is the header panel, and mine is broke, as you can probably see right there, and the whole middle of it sags, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So that's how the hood's pretty much going to sit. And if you notice, the headlights go down, but if you grab the middle and pull up, everything kind of meets. Now it's It's dripping right there, so I'm not going to get there because I'll get soaked. But if you grab the middle and just lift up, it closes that gap in them corners. So I believe it's just because the header panel is broke. Every video I've ever watched, they don't have a support up there. When they do this front end, it's just simple. The header panel and the structure of the bumper and fenders itself is what holds it up there. Obviously, once I set the timing and get it started and driving, I have that little transmission leak up there to fix as far as the cooler goes. But then I need tires, and this thing should be ready to make a few voyages down the road and get all the kinks worked out. I do want to do an overflow. It's not necessary for a test drive or anything like that, but I do want to set up an overflow system. So I'll probably have overflow on one side, transmission cooler on another side eventually, and go from there. What do you guys think? Pretty good progress for, you know, the time that I'm given, the weather that I'm given, everything I got going on. It's a process. So I hope y'all like it. If y'all do, please like, comment, subscribe. Please ignore the Camaros in the background. They're always trying to get in my videos there. And yeah, what would y'all like to see with this Fox? So far, I'm just I'm leaning to a street cruiser. I just want something 350 to 400 horsepower, just something to have fun with, driving around, go to Cars and Coffee, go on a Sunday cruise. I'm getting old. I don't need a 600-700 horsepower drag car, although it would be fun. And it already has a fender exit hole, you know, if I wanted to run a turbo. I did find out the other day, I just happened to look down and notice it's got 24-pound injectors, which I did not know before. I sold the 120-pound injectors, and I think I'm fixing to sell the Holley distributor, which will go back into the channel. So yeah, making progress. Anyway, guys, rambling at this point. I'm just kind of excited. Each time I make a little bit of progress on this car, it's just something more that I'm happy about. And like I said, getting the interior in was a big deal for me, because that means I'm done in there. Little odd and ends here, little odd and ends back there, getting tires on it. It's gonna be on the road, and I'm super excited. So thanks for watching. This is Horseplay. Leave a comment. We out.
I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 16 bars. I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 16 bars. I won't turn around, I won't turn around. No matter how far I go, I'll never come back.